Hey everyone, welcome to Day Deal on Display, daydeal.com's own YouTube channel regarding product previews, reviews, and demonstrations. Today we are going to be checking out the Incipio feather back cover for the Motorola DROID Bionic. You are more than welcome to check this back cover out at its official website at any time. That is going to be located at www.myincipio.com. So for those of you who are not familiar with Incipio as a brand, the feather back cover that they offer in front of us today for the Bionic is actually a very popular product, so much in fact that it's actually been around and for quite some time and released for multiple smartphones out there, and we should know because we've done a majority of those video reviews. If you're looking for a feather back cover review, more than likely it's from us. Are we proud of that? No, not really, but we just want to go and throw that out there. So this is a really well-known cover, and I would say well-known brand. Now the feather caters to a certain audience. It caters to people who are pretty much minimalistic with their phone. And what do I mean by that? Well, there are a couple of folks out there that just like the phone as is. Okay, there's millions upon millions of dollars invested into research and development, making sure the phone is nice and sleek as well as usable. So their philosophy is, well, why do I want to ruin it by adding this huge chunk of plastic or whatnot onto the phone, making it heavy, bulky, and just not attractive? And we can understand that to some point. But at the same time, there is a thought in their stomachs, realizing that, you know, I also do need to protect my investment. I do want to have some type of protection for the phone, and that's where thin cases like the feather in front of us play a pivotal role. And that's why this is one of those most popular accessories out there, because it does its job, offers very basic protection, at the same time keeps the phone's profile as well as weight as next to the original as much as it can. And no other accessory we personally feel on the market does the same job. Either they're too flimsy, they're not well made, or they're too heavy, and even though they call them thin back covers, they end up being bulky, but the feather never is. Now to move on with the rest of the video, let's go and talk about the generic stuff. The feather is available in 4 different colors. We have 3 in front of us right now in their retail packages. You see black on the left hand side. In the center, that is magenta. On the right hand side, although a little bit hard to see, that is iridescent purple. That is a very dark purple color, almost like a very deep grape color. And my personal favorite, which is iridescent red, that you see in front of us right here. I'll be showing you a little bit more of this later on our dummy version of the DROID Bionic. Now luckily for Bionic owners out there, this version of the feather does come with Incipio's Vanity Kit, which is this screen protector kit right here. It includes 3 basic items: an applicator card with their web address on there, the Incipio branded microfiber cleaning cloth, and of course the screen protector for your phone. And there we go. Now moving on to the feather cover itself, this is a design that I really like, and I'm thankful that they have it for the DROID Bionic. I would be even happier if they released this as a standard for all other future smartphones to come out. Not all feathers are created equal, and for the Bionic they really brought their A game with them, because this is a well-made feather through and through. First and foremost, this is a little bit thicker than what we're used to seeing on feather covers, but in no way, shape, or form is it much thicker in a sense where it feels thicker on the phone. Okay, so what we're trying to get at is that this feels more protective than other feathers we felt, but at the same time it doesn't really feel that bulky just like other feathers that we've used in the past. So it's a good thing. Do you want it to be more reinforced? On the inside, there's a thin layer of rubber. Okay, on other feather covers you don't see this. On this version you do, and we really like this design. It serves 2 purposes. One, it adds a little amount of cushion. Okay, more cushion is always a little bit better, but more importantly, it acts as a kind of like a tacky pad for the phone. Okay, what I mean by that is if I rub my finger all along the rubberized edges here, you can see it's pretty easy to slide my finger across, but if I do that across the rubber, you notice how significantly my finger slows down. So whenever there's friction of the phone rubbing up against this pad right here, it keeps the phone in place. That's very important in a back cover like this, because you don't want it to fall out of the cover. Okay, other covers out there that are made of a lower grade quality and don't have this, or really tight grips on the side, these little wings right here, over time they become loose and they become kind of dangerous. You can slip in your phone very easily and out, yes of course, but when you're holding the phone you can kind of feel it being loose, and if you jostle it around a bit you can kind of feel it work out of the edges. That's never a good thing. And with the Incipio, I'm sorry, losing my breath for a moment there. Let me take it. There we go. And with the Incipio feather back cover, this is in the case with that little rubber sticky pad right there. So a very nice design from them. For the rest of the cover, it's a pretty standard issue from Incipio. You see that beautiful rubberized finish. Okay, it has a kind of a metallic sheen to it, but this is a rubberized material. Okay, and at its core, it is still plastic, very thin polycarbonate. But as we said, this one is a little bit thicker than usual, and we really like Incipio for doing that. So I have a dummy version of the DROID Bionic right now. This is the retail OEM dummy version. Okay, In other words, any trade show would accept it as the replacement for the original. Same size, same dimensions, just not an actual working phone. It's a dummy phone. Putting on the Incipio Feather on there, you can see how thin it really is, guys. You'll hardly notice it, except for the color, I should say, because it is very bright and vibrant and very beautiful in my own personal opinion. Now, the lip that is created from the Incipio Feather is very minimal. All right, remember that this is a back cover. It's not made to be a full body protector. All right, okay, having a little lip like this is definitely better than nothing. And remember, you are supposed to be using this in conjunction with the screen protector. So for all intents and purposes, for everyday use, your front screen should be protected from just regular common stuff like dust particles on your table, small little fragments of potato chips, etc. Stuff like that. Anything that happens to be on your table right now, in a normal circumstance. Okay, obviously if you have like metal screws on your table, or you have these sharp glass fragments laying around, okay, that's not really going to do much. And if you happen to drop your phone on there, well, it's pretty much game over. But having a small lip helps. It does keep the phone's screen up and away from the surface you're resting it on ever so slightly, just enough, and hopefully the screen protector will take care of the rest. Moving on to the top, not really much to say because the top and the bottom are both exposed, meaning that they have a cutout design. So the power button is pretty much the same as it would be if the phone was naked, and the same thing can be said of the audio jack. Anything should fit in there. Moving on to the side, you have a nice large opening for the USB and HDMI port. Moving on to this side, you have a nice opening for the volume up and down rocker, and there is a tapered cutout to that. For those of you who are a little bit curious about tapered cutouts and why they are important, if you just have a straight cutout, let's say that part was blocked off, you do have to kind of claw your fingers to work at the buttons. May not seem like a big deal, but for some folks it is, because they hold their phones very lightly. They want the buttons to be very responsive. It can be said the same thing for right-handed and left-handed folks. They want that button to be responsive, so that's always why it's nice to have a tapered cutout like that, so it's more exposed and off to an angle. Moving on to the back, showing you that beautiful finish on the Incipio Feather, opening for the built-in speaker, as well as one for the camera lens and the LED flash, and that is it, guys, for the Incipio Feather back cover for the Motorola DROID Bionic. So to wrap things up, we really like this particular version for the DROID Bionic. We think it's an excellent case, or I should say cover, to recommend to anyone who's a minimalistic person at heart. They just want something to cover their phone, but at the same time not burden it down too much. If you feel like you need a little bit more protection, you might want to check out Incipio's other offering, which is the Silicrylic. We'll have a video review of that shortly on our channel as well. And if you think you even need more protection than that, well, OtterBox should have you covered. They also have the Defender out, and Incipio has their Convert case. You're more than welcome to check that out as well. This is for the people out there that just want something on their phone. They subscribe to the philosophy something is better than nothing, but at the same time, I don't want to ruin all the effort and the technology, quote unquote, put into the phone to make it nice, lightweight, and usable. And that's where we would recommend the Incipio Feather for those folks. So feel free to check this out on the official website. That is going to be located at www.myincipio.com. Feel free to check this product out, as well as a bunch of other stuff for the Bionic, and heck, any other smartphone out there, at our website at www.daydio.com. And keep following us on our YouTube channel, Daydio on Display, for more product previews, reviews, and demonstrations. Thanks as always for watching.